Hello children, welcome to Learning Made Easy. In this video, we're gonna learn a grammar topic. Today, we shall learn what are modal auxiliaries and we're gonna learn can and could detailedly. Let's start children. Children, let's first learn what are the auxiliary verbs and modal auxiliaries used in English. Children, you have already learnt about be verbs, do verbs and have verbs. These be verbs am, is, are, was, were, being, been. Do verbs does, do, did. Have verbs has, have, had and having. All these are called as auxiliary verbs. Children, these auxiliary verbs, they change form according to the subject we use. Is, am, was. These three are used with only singular subject. Likewise, are and where are used with plural subjects, right? Likewise, do is used with plural subject and does is used with singular subject. Have is used with I, we, you, they plural and has is used with he, she, it singular. All these things we have learnt already children. However, the next category, modal auxiliaries, they never change form according to subject. So what are the modal auxiliaries in English? Can, could, should, might, may, shall, ought to, must, would and will. Children, remember, whatever the subject, let it be he, she, they, child, children, let the subject denote singularity or plurality. Whatever it is, all these modal auxiliaries can be used. So modal auxiliaries never change form according to the subject. But remember children, auxiliary verbs, they change form. Like is, am should be used only with singular subjects, are should be used with plural subjects. Right? Don't forget these points children. Now where do we use modal auxiliaries? Children, modal auxiliaries cannot work without a main verb. For example, if I say I sing, sing is the main verb. You can use modal auxiliary can, could, shall, would, all these things with a main verb. I can say I could sing yesterday. I cannot sing now. Like this, modal auxiliaries can, cannot, could, all these things should be used with a main verb. And children, when you use modal auxiliaries, main verbs are given some special meanings like ability, permission, possibility, etc. For example, if you say, I can sing, here you are speaking about your ability of singing. You may come, here you are giving permission for someone to come. So this is how you have to use modal auxiliaries with main verb to denote or to show permission, possibility, ability, etc. Here are some pointers to remember children. Modals don't have an s, ed or ing ending. You can never write can, scanning. It's wrong children. It is always correct to say he can drive. Just because it is a singular subject he, you cannot add does form. He can drive. It's wrong. Okay children, don't add anything like s, ed, ing with modal auxiliaries. Look at the next point. Don't use an infinitive with modals. Children, I hope you remember what you have learnt in 6th standard. Infinitives means to with verbs in base form. That's how you form infinitives. So, you should not use infinitives next to the auxiliaries used in the sentence. He can go. It's correct. It's wrong to add to in between. He can to go. It's wrong. Likewise, don't use the auxiliaries do, does, did with modal auxiliaries. Children, see, can you swim is correct. Do you can swim? It's wrong. Not only this children, some of us we use the word able with can. Even that is wrong. Can you able to swim? It is wrong. Can you swim is correct. Because can itself denotes ability. Why do you want to add another word able there, right? And how to form negative? Just put not after the modal. If I say he should go, it is positive. If I say he should not go, it is negative. Remember children, we saw that modal auxiliaries denote ability, possibility, permission, necessity, request, all these things, right? Here are some examples for you children. Look at the sentence given here. Motu can eat 100 samosas at a time. So can denotes ability. Ability of Motu is spoken in the sentence given here. Look at the next example. Disney may produce another part of Frozen. Here we are speaking about possibility. To speak about possibility, we are using the modal auxiliary may. So children, let's learn each and every modal auxiliary detailedly. First, let's learn can and could detailedly children. Children, both can and could can be used to denote ability. But can should be used in present tense, and for past things you should use could. Look at the statement given here. Can is used to denote general ability in present tense. Could is used to denote general ability in past. Look at the examples. I can speak English, which means even now you can speak English. Look at the example given for could. I could play the piano when I was younger, which means in the past you could play the piano, but now you cannot. That's the meaning. So, to denote ability in the present, you should use can. To denote ability in the past, you should use could. Now, look at the next usage. To ask permission, you can use the modal auxiliaries can and could. But what's the difference? Can is used to ask for permission in an informal way. It's not formal, it's not more respectful. Can I borrow your pen, please? You can use such sentence with your friends, right? But if you're gonna ask your teacher or any other elderly people, you should use could. Could is used to ask permission in a more polite way, right? Could I use your bathroom, please? Imagine you are in a new place or in someone else's house. You should be very polite, right? In that situation, you can use the modal auxiliary could to ask permission. Likewise, both the modal auxiliaries can and could can be used to ask or can be used to request for something. But can is less polite. Could is more polite. Look at the examples given here. Can you help me please? You can use such sentences in an informal way. You can use can in an informal way. But if you want to be more polite and more formal, you should use could for request. Could you pass me the salt please? Imagine you are in a formal meeting where you're being asked to dine with the higher officials or someone else. In such situation, it would be more appropriate to use could as a word or model to request for something. The next usage is to denote possibility. Children, both can and could can be used to denote possibility. Look at the difference here. It can get very cold there at night. Here, instead of using may to denote possibility, you are using can. So it is correct to use can to denote possibility, children. Now look at this example, how to use could to denote possibility. Could can be used to denote possibility in past, not in future, right? What? You could have broken your leg. So children, in this example, you mean that yesterday or last week you played very harshly. Had you fallen down, you could have broken your leg. There was a possibility. Remember, it's not present, it is was. There was a possibility that You could have broken your leg. So children, to denote a possibility or a thing which might have happened in past but it didn't happen, right? To denote such things in past you should use could, but remember you should use have plus V3. I hope children you remember what is V3? Past participle, right? Broken is the past participle of break. That's what we have used here. You could have broken your leg. So this is how we should use could to denote possibility in the past. So children, the next usage is to offer help for someone. For this thing you can use the modal auxiliary can. Can I carry your bags for you? Here you are offering help for someone, right? Likewise, could can be used to give suggestion. We could go to the movies if you like. So here you are giving a suggestion. Not only this children, the negative form of can, cannot, or the short form can't. This also can be used in a sentence when you denote that something is not allowed. See children, if I say I cannot sing, here you are speaking about ability. Okay, sometimes the same cannot can be used to denote an action which is not allowed or permitted. Look at the examples. You cannot smoke in this room. It means that you are not allowed to smoke in this room. Look at the next example. You can't go to the party, which means that you are not allowed to go to the party. Children, could can also be used in conditional sentences. Sentences which have if clause and the main clause. See, if we had some oranges, I could make you some fresh juice. Here you are speaking about ability. You would be able to do that, right? To denote that you can use could. Here the meaning of could changes children. The meaning is like would be able to. Let me give you one more example children. If I had football, I could play, which means if I had football, I would be able to play. So children, this is how we make positive sentences with can. For singular subject also you can use can. I can, you can, he can, she can, it can. Likewise for plural subjects also you can use can. We can, you can, they can. And children, negative is also same for all type of subjects. And the negative is formed by adding not, can, cannot. Cannot is the negative form for can, and the contraction short form is can't. CAN apostrophe T. This is the short form. Children, you can pause the video and then you can take down the examples if you wish. Now let's learn how to frame interrogative sentences with can. Children, remember the positive sentences. We can sing. You can sing. Look at the example given here. They can speak Spanish. Now, just by changing the position of the modal auxiliary can and the subject in the sentence, you can frame question. Can comes in the first position and they goes next to can. If we say they can speak Spanish, it is an affirmative sentence, positive sentence. If you say can they speak Spanish, it is a question, an interrogative sentence. So children, for such questions you can answer yes, they can speak, or you can answer no, they cannot speak. That's why we call these questions as yes or no questions. Children, you can add WH word also in front of this to frame questions. Where can we meet tomorrow? How can we prepare a class? Now let's learn the usage of could and couldn't. Couldn't means could not. Children, the first usage is we can use could and could not as past form for can and cannot. This we saw in the beginning itself, right? Do you remember? Could is the past form of can. Couldn't is the past form of can't. So look at this sentence. In this sentence, we are using could to speak about an action in the past. Right? Look at the example. When I was younger. So this sentence speaks about a past event. When I was younger, I could run a mile in 7 minutes. Now it takes me 20 minutes. So to denote my ability in the past, I am using the modal auxiliary could. To denote ability in the present, we should use can. Don't forget this, children. So how to use couldn't, the negative form of could. Again, here you are speaking about their ability in the past. Here the meaning is you are not able to do it in the past. Look at the example. Yesterday I couldn't find my wallet anywhere, but this morning I found it. The meaning is yesterday you were not able to find your purse anywhere. Look at the another example. Last year he couldn't speak English very well, but now he can. So, to denote that in the past you were not able to do something, you should use couldn't. Children, not only this, look at this exceptional usage. Could can also be used to speak about future possibilities. Look at the example. Here is a conversation between two men. The first person asks, do you have any ideas for our publicity campaign? So imagine two politicians are speaking here and one is asking about a future event. In future they are going to promote their party and they're going to arrange for publicity campaigns, right? So he's asking, what are you going to do? So the other person replies, yes, I have got a few ideas. I could put advertisements on Facebook and Google. Here he means that in future he may put advertisements on Facebook and Google. Here could is used like may. We could also give out pamphlets in our neighborhood. Here again could is used like may. Look at another example. Maybe John could even contact local TV stations. Here the meaning is John may even contact local TV stations in future for the publicity campaign of their party. So this is how we can use could to denote possibilities in future like may. Children, in questions, you can use could to ask polite requests. Could you please open the window? It's hot in here. Here we are using could to ask polite requests. Look at the another example. Could you turn the music down? Thanks. So here also we are requesting in a polite way. Look at the last example. Could you make 10 copies of this report, please? So here also we are requesting someone in a more polite way. So could can be used in questions to request for something. With this we have come to the end of the video, children. In the upcoming video we shall learn may, might, shall, should detailedly. Thank you.